report out on our closed session for our special meeting.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. The City Council was briefed on all 5 items on the closed session agenda, but no reportable action was taken. Thank you.
Thank you. I would like to go ahead and adjourn the special meeting. Now I would like to bring to order the City Council meeting for May 21st, 2019. Can I get a roll call, please?
Yes, Madam Mayor. Councilmember Mann?
Here.
Councilmember Sternquist is absent. Councilmember Yu?
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Chavez?
Here.
Mayor Fish?
Here.
A motion to excuse Councilmember Sternquist.
Second.
Thank you. We're going to be moving on to item 3, invocation. We have a mayor marker, correct? There he is. He's the senior pastor at the Mideast Evangelical Church, 9723 Garibaldi Avenue in Temple City. He will provide our invocation in English and Arabic. It is a Mid-Eastern church, and it is Arabic speaking. It was established in 1994, and it moved to Temple City last July. The church serves 116 families that are spread out geographically. They have a heart for serving others and are always thinking of ways to reach out to the community and neighborhood. If everyone could please stand and also remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance, which will be led by Troop 161. We have Boy Scout Duncan Vergara will be the caller, and Scouts presenting the flags are Jason Dung, Lucas Tai, Joshua Shu, and Daniel Shu. Thank you.
يا إلهنا الصالح، نتقدم لاسمك لكل الشكر والحمد لأنك مصدر كل صلاح. نشكرك لأن مراحمك على كل أعمالك. نشكرك لأننا لا نملك أي صلاح نتقدم به أمامك إلا نعمتك ورحمتك التي تقبلنا. أعطنا اليوم أن نعرفك أكثر ونقترب منك بكل تواضع. امنحنا الحكمة والقدرة والمعرفة لقيادة العمل في تمبل سيتي لأنك مصدر كل حكمة ومعرفة. ارشد يا رب كل مسؤول وكل صاحب قرار ليكون كل العمل في مشيئتك. نثق في رحمتك ومحبتك التي تسمع وتستجيب لنا. آمين.
Dear God, we give your name thanks and praise because you are the source of everything that's good. We thank you because your mercies are over all your works. We thank you for allowing us to live in this city. We lift up Temple City to you for blessings today. Provide us today with wisdom, strength, and knowledge to take the right decisions for the prosperity and safety of our city. In our meeting today, guide all leaders and all decision makers. We believe that you hear and answer our prayers. Amen.
Amen.
Color guard, attention. Color guard, front and center. Forward march. Halt. Please place the flag of the United States of America. Please place the flag of the United California. All those in uniform, please place your right hand over your heart. All those not in, please salute. All those not in uniform, please place your right hand over your heart. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. Ready, begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Color guard, uniform. Guard retreat. Oh, Color Guard dismissed. You got it.
Okay, before we get started, where is Jerry?
I think he's at a school event, taking
He must be at a
pictures.
school event. I have to have somebody to look at. Okay, we're going to be moving on to item five, ceremonial matters, Temple City Chamber of Commerce update. Mr. Peter Cho, Chamber of Commerce President, CEO, will provide us with an update of the activities.
Yes, good evening, Mayor, City Council. I'm Peter Choi, President of the Temple City Chamber of Commerce, with our quarterly report. You know, the Chamber is both a major factor in the business community here in Temple City and also a member of a special role of leadership in the community at large. We engage with all levels. So I'm going to very quickly talk about our actions in the community and then, of course, our actions in the business community. First, we'd like to congratulate Chamber Member Jing Lee for being recognized by Representative Judy Chu as one of her Congressional Women of the Year. Jing Lee operates Wushu Action Star Academy as a Hollywood stunt woman and often trains celebrities at the center. Wushu is a great martial arts exercise, whether you're 6 years old or 60 years old. So we congratulate Chamber Member Jing Lee for representing Temple City, and we're delighted that the Congresswoman recognized her as being an outstanding and phenomenal woman. The Blue Star Banner Program is a member of the Chamber, and this year we helped them very much with their annual yard sale at the Altadena Dairy on Saturday, May 4th. We assisted with promotion in print and on social media, posted a Craigslist ad for them, and we're delighted that they had a really terrific turnout, more than they've had before, and almost double the revenue that they made from the previous year. And so this is a very mom and pop organization, as it were, and we really support their mission, and so we're delighted to help them every time and any time we can. We've been cleaning out our office in preparation for our impending move. We've been Marie Kondoing like crazy, only keeping what brings us joy. We've been giving away a lot of things, and so we gave a lot of cutlery and plasticware to Temple City High School, to their entrepreneur business class, where they do cooking classes. We had tons of Arabian Night fabric from our Arabian Nights Gala a few years ago, tons of fabric, and we donated it all to the Temple City High School Drama Club, along with a lot of paint and other equipment, and we just keep going through our closets and donating it to whoever can take it. We have discovered beautiful candelabras in our basement that we will be reaching out to the Women's Club to donate to them. And if anybody wants heavy round ballroom wood tables with heavy metal chairs. Most people are moving towards plastic and lighter chairs, so people we've reached out to, our local church, Parks and Rec, etc., they're moving into plastic tables because they're easy to carry, don't cut your fingers. But if anybody would like some heavy wood tables, contact the Chamber, first come, first dibs. We're easy to find. I'd like to very quickly note that May 31st is the deadline for the 2019 AAEDE scholarship opportunity. It's in the current issue of Temple City Life, that is the May issue. You need to be a senior graduate with a GPA 3.0 or above, a U.S. citizen, and there are 6 awards available, 3 at $500 and 3 at $1,000. So we really encourage you to reach out to any seniors you know, encourage them to apply, and the information is in the paper. But if you can't find a paper, just call the Chamber office and we'll give you that information. Of course, we are focused very much on the business community. We had our annual paper shredding event on May 10th. It was very successful. Members could bring up to 5 file boxes, although a lot of members brought more, and that was okay. They asked, and we said, fine, bring it on. They shredded a lot of paper. I think we had about 24 members that availed themselves of this service, including the staff of our Assembly Member Ed Chow. Then they got to come inside and enjoy a glass of wine and taste some hors d'oeuvres from our newest member, La Cuillere Gourmet. La Cuillere Gourmet is a Temple City-based caterer, and Guillaume is a parent and a dad right here in Temple City. And so we encourage anyone who is doing a reception of any sort to consider hiring La Cuillere Gourmet. It's a new catering company. He can do small brunch, you can do your quinceanera or wedding, and certainly can do any kind of city or civic events in between. It often beats ordering from 2 or 3 different restaurants and having cold egg rolls. Here you have a professional trained French chef offering you whatever you need and what will work for your event. And it was a great, great event because of his little treats that were there. We want to thank the city manager's office for their help. We had to shut off part of our parking lot, and we want to spend a special thanks to Brian Arizumi and the city staff for their help as well. It went very smoothly, and we're delighted that nobody's fingers got shredded. On May 8th, we partnered with the Pace Women's Business Center and the Rosemead Chamber for a small business certification for government contracting. We hope that if anybody's interested in that sort of thing, that you follow us in the paper or just contact us directly, and we'll make sure that you hear of these events. We celebrated Ahi Poke Bowl's 3rd anniversary on April 1st, and we're delighted with them. Whenever I stop in there, I see many of the sheriff's deputies, I see city staff, because it's a healthy, tasty way to eat. A business needs to survive 2 years to know that you're in business. So we're delighted to celebrate their 3rd year anniversary. They're doing well, and it's a great addition here in Temple City. Just last week, May 16th, we did another multi-chamber mixer at the Noor Wedding Banquet Facility in the Paseo in Pasadena. We do a lot more of these multi-chamber events because you can't succeed in your business just by serving the little fish in your little pond. You need to reach out not just to our adjacent cities, but across the 626 in the San Gabriel Valley. We have found that these are very popular with our members because they get to hand out their business cards to new people and not just hang out with the people you already know. And so we do a lot of these, and we'll be participating once again as a co-sponsor of the 21st LA's Largest Mixer coming up on July 18th at the Pasadena Convention Center, and we'll be promoting that as well. We also have been getting the results back from our first annual business survey. We sent this out by snail mail to our members with a series of questions about the chamber, about the city, about beautification on Las Tunas. And we're just getting the final ones back, and we'll be compiling this and presenting to our city manager, hopefully in June, but as soon as we can go through it all and lock it in. We're delighted that so many responded to the survey. Very quickly, we are presenting again our China trip. For 9 days to go visit Beijing, Xi'an, where the terracotta warriors are, and Shanghai, which is essentially the New York City of China. It's only $2,299, all-inclusive airfare, 4-star hotels, leaving on November 1st, coming back November 9th. We offer this because not only is it just a fun trip, but we think it's really helpful for both business and residents to learn and visit a country that is so important to many members of this community, of the city, and the region. And I have taken the trip myself to make sure that it was legit and comfortable and that you got to see everything, and I can tell you it was great, and it's a great deal. If you're interested, just contact the chamber. We are partnering with Affordable Music Productions for a music performance that's going to happen in August at the Bonita Center for the Arts in San Dimas. 3 bands that some may remember. The Association, famous for Cherish, Wendy, Along Came Mary, right? The Lettermen, and also We Five, kind of a one-hit wonder from San Francisco. I got trouble, whoa, whoa. I got worry, whoa, whoa. Well, anyway, if you use the code TC60, then 10% of the ticket sales come back to the chamber. So enjoy a great show. It's a great chance to see them. I watched the YouTube video. Their vocal harmonies are on point, so maybe the last chance to see the Association. Personal favorite of mine because they're one of the very first rock bands to have an Asian lead singer. And finally, last but not least, we want to thank Reverend David Palmer of the First United Methodist Church for serving on our board, but unfortunately he will be stepping down because, as some may know, but certainly I can share, he has been transferred. The Methodist Church moves people around, and so David Palmer and his family will be moving to New Hampshire. where his wife has family and roots, I believe. And so we wish him well. We really appreciate that he served on the board, and we are always looking for new business members to join the board. So if anyone's interested, please step up. But thank you, David Palmer, for your service not just to the chamber, but he's often delivered the invocation here at the city, and for his really community-driven approach to running his congregation. Thank you, David, and thank you very much, Mayor.
Thank you, Peter. Okay, we're going to be moving on to public comments, not listed on the agenda. I have a Mrs. Sandra Armenta Lopez from Senator Susan Rubio's office.
Can I just make a little, Thomas is here, Louise is here.
Oh, thank you.
It's the teacher in me, sorry. Or it was the teacher in me.
I think they know who we are.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Good evening, Mayor Fish and Mayor Pro Tem Chavez, council members, you and Mann. My name is Sandra Armenta Lopez, and I'm here on behalf of Senator Susan Rubio. Senator is bringing forth a senior scam stopper in the city of Rosemead. Her plan is to make different events throughout the 22nd district, the first one being in Arcadia, the second one being here in the city of Rosemead. And it's going to be at the Garvey Community Center on Friday, June the 7th from 12:30 to 2:30. And it's just down Rosemead Boulevard, make a right on Garvey, and there we are. And so I do have flyers, and we're hoping that all of these get passed out to all our senior residents to letting them know that there's a lot of scams out there and to be protective of themselves. And also this is, we're also inviting their families and their caregivers. So many times, seniors may not quite retain all that information, but their families are able to join, and also their caregivers. And this is in collaboration with State Senator Susan Rubio and the California Contractors State License Board. And it's a free seminar. So please, all that are there are, all your residents, I hope they could join us, because it's not just for Rosemead. It's being held in Rosemead, but it's for all of the 22nd district.
Correct.
Thank you.
We will make sure that we have those at our senior lunches.
Yes.
And if you could possibly get us a digital copy,
Yes, I have
that
that.
would be great. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much.
You are very welcome. Thank you. Next, we have Valerie Munoz from the Water Quality Authority.
Good evening, Honorable Mayor and council members. I'm actually Mayor Valerie Munoz from the city of La Puente, but I'm your representative on the Water Quality Authority, representing cities with non-pumping rights. I know it's been a few months since I've stopped by, but I just wanted to say hello and just to remind you that I am your representative in regards to the water cleanup efforts in the San Gabriel Valley. Just kind of give you a brief overview. I was elected to the San Gabriel Water Quality Authority back in 2017, reappointed in December 2019. As your board director representing cities with non-pumping rights, one of my pledges was to local cities is to be accessible as well as visual and available to provide you just with updates as well as just an overview of what we do on the Water Quality Authority. The San Gabriel Basin Water provides 92% of the water in the San Gabriel Valley, and we, with contamination of the basin over a period of years, chemicals in the basins like polychloride and industrial solvents threaten our water supplies. The state legislator inducted this Water Quality Authority back in the 90s, and the whole sole purpose was to do the cleanup efforts in the San Gabriel Basin. Just to kind of give you some brief, really quick facts, WQA was created back in the legislature in 1993. We are the largest Superfund site today, as of today. Current projections is estimated to cost around $1.3 billion to remove the harmful contaminants. There are 6 operable units, which include Baldwin Park operable unit. We have South El Monte, Puente Valley, Whittier Narrows, and Area 3 Alhambra. Today, over 81 tons of contaminants have been removed from our local groundwater due to the efforts of the Water Quality Authority. And if you think about it in layman's terms, it's like filling the Rose Bowl over 5,600 times. And so to date, we have secured over $500 million in settlements from the responsible party. So our whole focus is to ensure that the individuals and the companies who did the contamination over the years pay for it, and that it's not passed on to our ratepayers at the water in our districts, and that we hold them accountable, also getting federal and state funding for it as well. Funding sources consist of state 3.7, local 9.6, federal 12.5, and the responsible parties of 74.2. So some of the most recent stuff that has happened since I've been on the board, we have secured another $225 million for the Baldwin Park operable unit to continue with the water remediation there. And there, of all of the Superfund sites, the Puente Valley was the only one that was non-operable. We broke ground last year in September with the $40 million project there. So it'll be up and running within the next couple of years. I just wanted, again, stop by. I'm going to also leave some just general information, some key facts that I kind of read off for your review, and also an invitation. Anytime a council member would like to come and tour the facility, I'm more than willing to set that up and provide tours just to kind of give you an overview so you can see what kind of cleanup water we're doing here for your residents.
Excellent.
Great. Thank you so much for your
Thank you
time.
very much, Val.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Was there anyone else who wanted to speak in public comments? Okay, I'm going to close public comments. Item 7, consent calendar. All consent calendar items may be approved in a single motion.
Motion to approve
I
consent
would-
calendar.
I would like to pull item D.
Motion to approve all items other than item D.
Second.
Can I get a roll call, please?
Yes, Madam Mayor. Councilmember Mann,
Yes.
Councilmember Yu,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Chavez.
Yes.
Mayor Fish.
Yes. I would like to introduce Kim Warner from Relay for Life. I'm sorry, Kim, I don't know what your title is. So if you could come up and maybe give us some details about Relay. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Fish and council members. My name is Kim Wenner, and I am, I guess, the co-chair this year for
Co-chair,
Temple
okay,
City
thank you.
Relay for
Sorry.
Life. This year marks our 8th year for the relay here in Temple City. Our first relay was in July of 2012, and we had 13 teams and raised about $19,000. This past year, we had close to 30 teams, and in our past 7 relays have raised over $300,000 for the American Cancer Society.
Wonderful.
We're asking again for the city to consider to co-sponsor our event for us. This past year, we moved over to Temple City Park, and it was a great change for us. We were at Temple City High School prior to that, and the facility served us well. However, the shade that the trees provided and the openness to the rest of the community to be able to see what was going on and join us for the event, I think made it a great success. So thank you for your past support, and
What is the
we
date
would
again
love
of
to
Relay?
see you on October 12th.
Thank you. I just want to make sure
Our
you
relay
say that
will
for
run
our audience.
from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., and we will start with our opening ceremonies at 9.
Excellent.
Thank
So
you.
it's not an overnight event.
It is not an overnight event anymore. Last year was our first year that we changed to a 12-year event. We found that even though a lot of us spent the night and some walked the track, that by the next morning, everybody was exhausted and they were packing up and wanting to go home. So it made, I think, a more powerful statement to be able to close our event at 9 p.m. With everybody there fresh and excited about it. So thank you.
Thank you, Kim. Thank you. Well, I cannot think of a better event and organization to support, so I will entertain a motion to approve item D, the consent calendar.
Motion to approve item D.
Second?
Can I get a roll call, please?
Councilmember Mann,
Yes.
Councilmember Yu,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Chavez.
Yes.
Mayor Fish.
Yes. Thank you. Moving on to item 8, public hearing, none. Unfinished business, item 9, none. New business, item 10, none. Update from city manager. Brian.
The city attorney and I will tag team on one aspect of the report. Real quickly, though, while the senator's staff is here, I want to thank the senator's staff for
Thank you.
our legislation related to the Landscape and Lighting District, which sailed through the State Senate and is on to the Assembly and hopefully for passage in very soon. So thank you. That's moving forward. Your next meeting is going to be a lot heavier. We'll be discussing budget soon and some of the challenges that we face on the budget side. But thanks again to the legislation, which will provide some level of this general fund not subsidizing part of our landscape and lighting district anymore. So a lot to discuss in the next couple meetings. So June will be very busy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Update from City Attorney.
Happy to report that Senator Anthony Portantino held Senate Bill 50 in committee. The council might remember that Senate Bill 50 is sponsored by Scott Wiener, a senator out of San Francisco, state senator out of San Francisco, and housing has been Senator Wiener's big issue. SB 50 would have allowed by right essentially fourplexes in single-family residential neighborhoods as long as the site was within 1/2 mile of a transit stop. Unfortunately, and a lot of outcry led to, I believe, Senator Portantino taking the action he did, that transit stop was not just a BART station or a Metrolink station or the El Monte Transit Center. It was any bus stop that had, I believe it was either 2 or 3 lines regularly scheduled and arriving at least once an hour. So there's quite a bit of tension between Senator Wiener, again, coming from San Francisco, a big built-out city, and the more suburban members of the legislature on this type of bill. Ultimately, we expect that housing bills will continue to erode power of local cities when it comes to disallowing multifamily housing, but this bill was so drastic that we can all give a big thanks to Senator Portantino for taking the action he did.
Thank you. Okay, moving on to item 13, council report regarding ad hocs or standing committee meetings. Do we have
Nope.
anything? Okay. Item 14, council item separate from city manager's regular agenda. Councilmember Mann.
Thank you, Mayor Fish. I just had actually one comment and question. I know we've gotten some information about a community design meeting for the Primrose Park, which is, I believe, on June 1st.
Yes, thank you.
Could you maybe give everyone a little bit more information about that?
Sure. At your last council meeting, the David Volz design was selected as the consultant to assist the city with the development of the design of our only park that the city has built from the ground up. We will begin the community outreach process for both to engage the community on what they're looking for in a park, but also to hopefully meet the requirements of the state funding that we hopefully will be able to get through that process. So this will accomplish 2 goals. One, engaging the community, but also to meeting some grant requirements as well. So that will be June 1st. The first meeting in the morning will be for just the residents in and around the park. So the people who will be most impacted first, talking to them, getting some, and then at 10:30, the broader community will be invited to come talk to the designers, talk to staff, talk to some things that they're looking for and some things that maybe they're not looking for in terms of a community park in that area. So accomplishes 2 goals for us. One, just genuine community engagement, but also checks off a component of our grant application that will be going on as well. And there will be another follow-up meeting in July related to that, and then we'll be coming back to the council. June and July is going to be pretty busy for all of you. So in July, we'll be coming back with what we heard from the community and some design options from David Volz and staff.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
That's all I have.
Thank you. Councilmember Yu.
Nothing to add, Madam Mayor. Thank you.
Mayor Pro Tem Chavez.
Thank you. Just one thing. A couple weeks ago, I was fortunate enough to attend a Ironman triathlon. I wasn't in it, first of all. I watched. But the reason I bring it up is that there was actually 2 participants from Temple City. This was a race up in Santa Rosa, which is about 2 hours, hour and a half north of Oakland. One of those participants was my son Sean, that's why we were there. And I only bring it up because it was kind of neat to be all the way up there and listen as the runners are finishing and the announcer announces, and from Temple City. So it was just, it kind of made you feel kind of proud to know that, you know, we have people that are participating. My son doesn't live in Temple City, but he still considers it his home. And I bring it up because if that person who was out there, I didn't catch the name, I just knew that he was from Temple City. So if you're out there listening, or if somebody tells you about this, let us know so we can recognize you as well. But it's quite an achievement. Those of you who are not aware of the Ironman Triathlon, it's mostly for crazy people.
Is that a full Ironman?
Full Ironman,
Wow.
2.5 mile swim, 112-mile bike ride, and then if that's not enough, you got to run a marathon. So it was a long day, not only for them but for us as well. But it was kind of cool to hear Temple City part of that crowd. So I just wanted to share that with everybody. So,
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you.
To him.
thank you.
Congrats
you.
to you too.
All right.
I have two things. First, I have a question for Kathy, and that is, did our senior prom go off, or was it canceled? Darn it. Okay, so next year, I'm hoping we're going to have the senior prom, and everyone on this side is invited as my guest.
Which, this side?
Yeah,
Oh.
this side.
I don't
Not
know,
that-
they don't
wanna
all look
get
like
these people
seniors to
mad at
me. They don't
Well,
all
this
look
is
like
mostly
seniors.
staff. Well, I think seniors is, what is seniors? Is that 50? Yeah,
Oh,
they
50 and over.
They qualify, unfortunately. Okay, I just wanted to check.
No, I don't. I think there are a few outliers
Maybe
there.
there's a couple that don't.
Captain Dave doesn't qualify for that yet, I don't think, does he?
I did want to thank Sandra from Senator Rubio's office. You know, I've been doing this for 15 years, and I can say that I have never seen a senator or senator's office that is more involved in Temple City. You are at everything. You come to our meetings regularly. You keep us updated with what is going on, legislator. I see her at conferences. I mean, I'm just so happy that she's representing our community. And please tell her that I love her staff. I've met most of them. And it's just, I don't know how you do it. I don't know how many staff members you have, but you must have a lot because you're everywhere. And that just shows me that you care, that you want to hear from the community, the constituents that she represents. So I just want you to know that I'm very thankful because, you know, in the past, I've had people who have asked me who our senator was. And here you are. And for some of you that may not know, you are also a council member for the city of Rosemead. So you are a busy person. So I just wanted to say thank you. Thank you very much. My community thanks you.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. Okay, moving on to item 15, additional public comments. Okay. Thank you, everyone, for coming. Our meeting's adjourned.
Thank you.